Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. As you can see, this is a little bit different setup than what I normally do. Normally my videos are vlog style, but I decided to do a sit down video today. I talked about in my last vlog that I'm a little nervous to do this, and I'm not a very long-winded person, so we'll see how this goes. Like, it's an extremely short video, I'm sorry. But I wanted to share with you guys some apps. So I have some notes here for myself because the video today is about a few apps that help me organize my life. But a few apps on my phone, obviously, and I also use my phone to record, so I use my phone for everything. So I jotted down some notes real quick from my reminders app in my phone. But I wanted to share this video with you guys because I feel like I really have been able to utilize my phone in a productive way. Obviously, I still get on Instagram and Facebook and waste a little bit of time on my phone, but I have quite a few apps that I use that help with my productivity. So I thought, especially for some moms out there and maybe some other pilots' wives that have a lot to organize on their own all the time, that maybe this would help. So I'm going to start with the, also I'm going to put over here a little split screen because since I'm recording, I'm going to film or screen record some of like me going through the apps that I talk about so you guys can see over here what they're like. But we're going to start with the Calendars app. So the Calendars app is not the app that comes on your iPhone. It is a, and I have an iPhone, so I'm not sure if all of these apps are also for Android, so I might be mostly speaking to Apple customers, but anyway, sorry, a lot of caveats here, but okay, so the Calendars app, my brother told me about this app, and then my husband and I downloaded it. We love it. So you're able to sync in your iPhone calendars, which for me, I don't really use, but my husband does, and especially with his flight schedule, this other app that he had for flights synced in with this Apple calendar, which then he would sync into this calendar. So he would know his whole schedule, and then I would also know his whole schedule for the month on this Calendars app. I used to be such a pen and paper planner person. I love picking out a planner. I love to color code everything. So I used to love that, and sitting at a desk job for 10 years, that was perfect for me. But now that I'm a stay-at-home mom and I'm just like running around doing things with the girls, mostly in the house, I didn't feel like I needed a paper planner per se. So this Calendars app worked the best in terms of like feeding in from other apps, but also you can color code things. Like I have a color, my husband, Molly, and Nora all have a color. And then like our weekly meals have a color. I'll get to that in a little bit. But yeah, just everything is color coded, which for my, I guess, I'm a little bit type A, but also like I like aesthetically pleasing things. So I like the color coding, and it's just nice to look at, but also helps your brain, you know, like when you see our family color is yellow. So I know anytime I see yellow, like I need to know what's going on because that encompasses me and everybody else. Cooper's color is red, so sometimes, you know, like obviously you need to know his work schedule and whatnot, but you know, he kind of looks for the red because he needs to know the nitty gritty of his schedule. And then you're also able to sync this in with reminders, which the Reminders app is the one that automatically comes on your iPhone. So, so that brings me to our next app, which is the Reminders app. So my husband and I use the Reminders app to put in lots of lists. Like we'll have a grocery list, a Walmart list, a to-do list, Lowe's, you know, all of the things. But within those lists, for example, we have a cleaning list. And let's say we have people coming over and we know we're going to be cleaning and we kind of like want to know who's going to do what, then you can assign tasks within this Reminders app. So we really like that function because it feeds into the calendars app. And then for me, at least, I look at that calendars app like all day long. I can create my own task within the calendars app. And I do that a lot for just things that I need to get done. Like sometimes I'll put, our trash comes on Wednesdays. If you can't hear the dog, the trash actually just came. But on Tuesday, I put a reminder to take out the trash or take out the recycling. And then Cooper doesn't necessarily see that because it's not in the reminders app. It's just in the calendars app for myself. But if you want to assign certain things to certain people, you can do that. So I really like that the calendars and reminders app sync in together. That helps make everything run smoothly. We also have a reminder list that is weekly meals. And so I have Monday through Sunday, and then I can write in our meals, and then that feeds into our calendar. So I know for the current week what we'll be eating every day. Which brings me to our next thing, which is the Walmart app. So on Sunday evenings, I like to plan out what we're gonna have for the week, and then I will create or build my cart on the Walmart app. So I never really have a grocery list. I just add it straight into my cart on the Walmart app. And obviously throughout the week, you might run out of paper towels. And so I just go ahead and add paper towels to my Walmart cart. And then I just never have like a list I have to go back to. I just have the Walmart cart. So I create my meal plan on my reminders app. It feeds into my calendar. And then I use my Walmart app to actually buy the groceries. So again, all of this is like within my phone. And so if I'm playing with the girls or they're napping or whatever, I can just like hold my phone and get it all done on my phone, which I love. I just love that everything is in one place. I'm not checking a bunch of things. We have a family calendar where I do write our calendar for the month, like appointments and all of that. And then I try to write the weekly meal plan on there. But honestly, like if I'm sitting in the living room or I'm upstairs playing with the girls, whatever we're doing, like I'm not looking at that physical calendar. I tend to look at my phone to see all of these things. Or, you'll be sitting there and think, oh yeah, we ran out of paper towels this morning, so I need to add it to the Walmart cart instead of like going to try to write it down on your list. Like I just find it so much easier to do everything on my phone. Okay, so the next app I use is the EveryDollar app. And the EveryDollar app is a budgeting app from Dave Ramsey. Cooper and I did the Financial Peace University with our church about a year ago. Really highly recommend that program. I loved that it's biblically based, and we've implemented a lot of their teachings, but obviously not everything. You have to take everything with a grain of salt. So there are some things that we don't use, but we do use their budgeting app. We have the premium version, which you have to pay for. I think you can pay monthly, but we just did the yearly, and I believe it was $100. I think it's totally worth it though, because it links to our account. So daily, the previous day's transactions come in, and so I can just slide them into the category that they belong in. I feel like the interface is very user-friendly. The way you can just slide the transactions in, the way that they lay out every category, and you can add your own categories, you can change up names, you can create sinking funds. It also keeps track of your debt. So if you have debt at the bottom and then each time you pay, it'll like lower your balance. So we find that really cool. Cooper and I just have the same login, and he can log in at any time. He has the app on his phone as well, but I'm definitely the financial advisor, in charge of the finances in our household. So I look at that app every day. I find it very helpful. I think Cooper, just occasionally I'm like, hey, check on the eating out budget, or check on your shopping budget. But I definitely use that, and I do look at it daily. So I'm glad that we have that on our phone versus what I used to have, which was an Excel budget on my computer. But again, I'm not sitting down at a desk or at a computer every day, so I think that was good for someone who does sit at a desk because I physically had to put in the transactions into Excel. So it kind of like made me think about each one of my purchases versus just like sliding it into a category. So I guess I recommend both, but if you're someone who wants to have all productivity, efficiency things on your phone, definitely recommend the EveryDollar app. And this last one is the Cladwell app. So I feel like this is gonna kind of come out of left field in terms of all my other apps. So we have calendars, reminders, Walmart, and EveryDollar. All of those are productivity and organizing apps. This is another organizing app, but my husband actually makes fun of me for having this app, but makes my life easier. So it's the Cladwell app, which you add in your like each piece of clothing in your closet. You can use ones that they already have. Like if you have a white t-shirt, they have a picture of a white t-shirt, you can just throw that in. I personally added each individual item of my closet, which before you think like, oh no, I don't want to do all of this, I've simplified my closet a lot. So I guess as someone who has a more simplified closet, it's easy for me to do this. And it is hard when you first downloaded the app and you have to like add all the pieces of clothing in, but then they're in there. And then if you buy anything new, you can always add pictures of those new things. And hopefully you're not bringing in tons and tons of new things all the time. So it's easier to add once you've done the initial setup. But basically this app lets you track what you wear every day, and I use it more to like plan ahead of time. So for instance, like for church, I will add what I want to wear to church, and then I know on Mondays we go to gymnastics with Molly, so I probably want to wear something a little more comfortable, but I'm able to figure it out in the app, and it kind of helps me avoid that like standing in my closet trying to check the weather, which this app also shows you the weather, which is really cool. So it like helps you plan. But it just helps me not stay in my closet and try to figure out what I'm gonna wear every day. Kind of takes the guesswork out of it. I usually have at least the next day planned, if not a little further. Like if we're going on a vacation, I can plan some outfits. They might not go in the exact day that once we get there, but like it just helps me plan my outfits and avoid the standing in the closet like, oh, I have nothing to wear. So I know that app is probably not for everybody, and maybe you don't really care, you just throw on whatever in the morning, but I personally like to plan out what I'm gonna wear, and it just saves me some time in the morning, which moms, you know, is precious, precious time. So but that is all of the apps I have for you guys today. I hope you saw something that you haven't seen before and maybe can implement into your daily routine. And I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Let me know down below if you like this kind of video, a little sit down. I'm definitely going to continue doing vlogs because I really like those, but this is kind of fun to switch it up. So leave me a comment down below and let me know if you like it. And if you would consider subscribing, I would love to have you here. Again, we do mostly vlog style videos, but I'm going to be incorporating a little bit more informational sit down kind of things. But as always, we are wishing you clear skies and tailwinds, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.